Holy crap, this episode is great! I wasn't expecting it to be great. I'm not really sure what I was expecting, but Discord is in it, so that's all that matters. That's mostly what matters. There was something about character development or whatever, but it's fine.
Oh, character growth is so boring.
Okay, so the main conflict of this episode is trying to form the last Summer Sun Festival thing. Remember that? It's still a thing. Well, not anymore. But
We're retiring! Good night!
Celeste and Luna explain that the holiday doesn't really seem relevant anymore with their retirement. I mean, I get that, but how many holidays do we have about irrelevant things in our society? I'm looking at you, Columbus Day. Look it up. Columbus was a really bad dude. Like, really bad. Why do we celebrate this holiday?
This infuriated Columbus, and soon he and his crew began to slaughter them.
Regardless, the other big contributor to this episode is the character development from our little Twinkle Sprinkle here. She sprinkle, she twinkle.
Twinkle Sprinkle is her new canon name. I fixed it.
Okay, get out of here. You know that anxiety tick that Twilight has had since season 2? Recently featured in the season opening? She's trying to get over it, but I'm not sure how. She can just be like, we can reduce some of the stress, show. Even with Discord being there, she doesn't freak out at all. She's just like, well, okay, have a smart-ass Discord card, and he's like, okay, well.
Make sure Discord doesn't do anything Discordy? Well, that's annoyingly specific.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
The episode begins back in the Legion of Doom, where a rotten trio are debating what their next move is.
Which is why double-crossing him with his own bell will be so satisfying.
They debate that they don't really know how to use the bell well, so they decide to settle this.
At the library!
Meanwhile, Twilight is planning the last Summer Sun celebration, which she is handling quite well considering that one time that just happened. Or every other time.
You've got less than a minute! Complete jerk! But what if I can't? Then I really, really, really need your help. Keep it together. 3 good friends who obviously don't need the help of I can sleep all I want after that. This is very, very bad. Remember which things we've done and which things we haven't. Everything's gonna be fine. They think I'm a bad friend? Oh, please, let me organize it. Of course it's my fault. There is no bright side. If I tell Celestia she's terrible, it'll hurt her feelings. It's all happening so fast! Oh, come on! I have no way to predict what'll happen, and unpredictable is not good for Trivia-Tron 3-Peat! Now everything goes back to normal, and we never speak of this again.
So anyway, Discord shows up. That's the most important part of the episode. That's it. Go home. He's here to give insight into these issues, but he's also kind of a jerk-ass. But he's also got his jerk-ass, I'll help by not helping vibe that kind of feels forced, but we have to do it to make the writing work. As well as going into the history and continuity of how we knew the sisters beforehand. This episode has a lot of continuity.
Continue.
Shut up! My favorite part is that John messed up a line, and they thought that no one would notice. But I noticed. I noticed everything.
If this is the last Summer Sun situation, I simply can't miss it.
Summer Sun situation.
What are some of the more memorable moments of working on Pony and working with your team? Well, first I should start with getting to direct John Delancey was a very memorable moment. He kept saying Shutterfly instead of Fluttershy.
Twilight even gives the main horses something small to do. Even Discord, while the villains try to It's About Time it and steal the book from the castle. They try to sneak in, but ever since Sparkle 7, the castle's security has been up. Man, this episode is fantastic with its continuity. Good job, Mike. You get a star. The villains basically screw everything up as a test plan. Seriously, this dude doesn't recognize Cozy Glow? Well, okay. The cast try to hide this all from her, but with mixed results. Oof. I still find it weird that the show is still trying to push the whole Discord isn't allowed to help because that's the easiest solution for our writing thing. It's heavily hinted that this is important going forwards, and it probably will be in the finale, so I guess this general aspect needs to be judged in hindsight, I guess, but can he help a little bit too, maybe? You see, there we go, that's all I wanted. But I besides the whole writing thing, Discord is generally trying to help with the situation. When he's trying to hide everything with the main 6, physically, I laughed out loud. I'm just you perfect bae, you're so great, and I love you, because look at all that character development. He's trying, and he didn't do anything to mess anything up this time. It was other people. Yay, Discord. I mean, he's still kind of a jerk and like really should have toned it down a little bit, but because Fluttershy is just like, Discord's right. I'm like, Discord's right, but he doesn't have to be a jerk about it. So I'm just saying, like, sometimes I feel like the writers make him too much of a jerk because it suits the narrative of the story. But then I'm like, but he's not a jerk. He cares a lot about everyone, and I get what you're trying to do because he's omnipotent and it's hard to write him into the stories, but stop making him a jerk all the time. Jesus Christ. Okay, end rant. Oh, it's the day-saving montage. Look at us. We got some fun music in the background, and we're doing things to fix the things that needed to be fixed. Yay, teamwork, yay, horses, yay. So everything works out, with Discord even commentating that things might even work out in the future.
It really does seem like you just might be ready for whatever comes next, Your Majesty.
I mean, in general, this is a really tight, really well-rounded episode. When there's a focus for a particular episode, then things seem to fall into place more easily, especially when there's character development involved. As much as the ponies got in the last 9 seasons, we're wrapping up on Twilight's big flaws so she can handle stress better. You know, in general, so she can, like, run a country or something.
I'm the Queen of the 7 Kingdoms.
Having elements from the finale continue to be foreshadowed is a good idea. It makes sense, and it makes things feel a little more natural when it gets to that point. I guess we'll see what happens. Another major point in the story is that all the villains are like, they're there, and they do some things, but they don't really do anything. This is like the trial version of your antivirus software, and eventually it's gonna keep reminding you to renew your subscription, god damn it! We get that there's going to be something going on with the bell or whatever, and the frenemies group, but we don't really know the specifics. So I'm kind of looking forward to see what happens. Yay. I know I didn't really do a straight up analysis about frenemies, you know, for reasons.
I am sorry. I repent of my bad influence on the fandom. Please forgive me. Ah.
But I really like the dynamic between Tyrek and Chrysalis and Koziglo. Frenemies establish that they kind of sort of like friendship, but they're all too, like, holier than thou to really admit it. So my guess is that they're going to be reformed because everyone gets reformed in this show. What are you talking about? They're not going to kill Tyrek, even though that would be like a good idea. But, you know, I'm just here. And it's obvious that they're forming a bond and they're trusting each other and stuff, and that's going to be important. And Grogar is going to do something where Discord might be involved, and Discord will be like, Dad! And then Grogu will be like, fuck you, bitch. And I really hope Discord doesn't die in the finale. That would be bad. But, you know, it's obviously foreshadowing that the 3 main villains are going to do something where they either come together to support each other or be reformed, or a mix of those 2 elements. We already know Discord's going to be in the finale. It's obvious by this build-up. So I guess we'll just see. Woo.
I'm sorry, Celestia. Forgive me, the ponies are just so hard to draw. I can't even... Ow, ow, ow. Ow! Ow! Help! I can't get up.
That's all, folks, except it's not time for the ending gag.
I checked this out weeks ago, Forbidden Light reading.
This is light.
What do you mean time for the end gag? That wasn't the end gag? What the hey, KP, that hurt.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. Click here to subscribe, we really appreciate it. Don't forget to turn your notifications on to get notified every time we make a new video. Click here to check out the main collaborator for the video, usually the editor. Click here to check out our video playlist for this video, where you'll find similar videos that you might just like, hopefully. There's also a credit scroll here where you can check out all the other awesome contributors. All their info is in the description. That's all I gotta say, KP away!